Have you ever heard of the vengeful ghost of Matilda Birtwistle, a woman wrongfully incarcerated by her own family in the 19th century? Matilda, a woman of grace and wealth, was the unfortunate victim of her family's insatiable greed. Born into affluence, she was the beneficiary of a grand inheritance from a wealthy aunt. But her family, their eyes clouded by the glitter of gold, conspired against her. Under the guise of concern, they declared her unfit, a lunatic, and committed her to the dreary halls of the Bodmin Moor Asylum. A place of despair, where the innocent Matilda was forced to endure the torment of her unjust imprisonment. The walls of the asylum echoed with her silent cries, the cold stone bearing witness to her suffering. Her life was stolen from her, but Matilda Birtwistle was not one to let such injustice go unnoticed. Against all odds, Matilda managed to escape the grim walls of the asylum, hell-bent on revenge. With nothing more than her wits and the iron will that had kept her alive in the face of injustice, she slipped past the guards and into the cold, unforgiving night. The Bodmin Moor Asylum was behind her, but the memories of her wrongful imprisonment were as vivid as ever, fueling her desire for retribution. Matilda was not just a victim, she was a survivor, a woman wronged, with a burning desire for justice. She hunted down each of her family members, those who had conspired against her, intent on stealing her inheritance. One by one they fell, victims of the very madness they had accused Matilda of harbouring. She was ruthless yet methodical, leaving no trace of her presence, save for the chilling fear that gripped the hearts of her remaining kin. In the dead of night she would strike, a spectre of vengeance, her face hidden in the shadows. With each passing day, another family member would be found, lifeless, their eyes wide open in eternal fear. The local constabulary were left puzzled, no clues to follow, no leads to chase. All they had were the whispered rumours, the chilling tales of Matilda's revenge. Matilda was relentless, her determination unwavering. She was driven by a single purpose, to make her family pay for their betrayal. She was no longer the naive heiress they had once known. She was a force to be reckoned with, a woman fueled by wrath and injustice. Each member of her family paid dearly for their betrayal, but Matilda's story was far from over. The spectre of her vengeance still loomed large, a chilling reminder of a woman wronged, a woman who would stop at nothing to claim what was rightfully hers. As the last of her kin breathed their final breath, Matilda disappeared into the shadows, her thirst for revenge finally quenched. But the echoes of her wrathful deeds still lingered, a haunting legacy of Matilda's escape and revenge. With the law closing in, Matilda made her final escape, disguising herself as a circus performer with a travelling group. She traded the stone walls of the Bodmin Moor Asylum for the canvas of a circus tent, the iron bars for the swing of a trapeze. She swapped her prison garb for vibrant, flowing costumes, her identity for that of a performer. But her freedom was as fleeting as her performances, her past a relentless pursuer. On a cold, moonlit night, Matilda boarded a ship bound for France. The journey was treacherous. The waters of the English Channel roared, the winds howled, and the ship creaked ominously. Alone, Matilda faced the wrath of the sea. And there, amidst the crashing waves and the biting cold, Matilda met her end. Her body may have succumbed to the merciless sea, but her spirit refused to be quelled. Matilda Birtwistle's life ended in tragedy, but her spectral presence can still be felt. Even in death, Matilda Birtwistle refused to be silenced. Her spectral presence, a chilling sight on the crossing from England to France, is a disturbing echo of her tormented life. Passengers have reported a wavering figure, a ghostly apparition of a woman, her hands clasping her heart, wobbling near the starboard side of the ship. It is as if she is caught in an endless loop, perpetually reliving her final moments of life. This haunting vision has become a macabre staple of the journey, a spectral passenger forever bound to the ship. Some say it's Matilda's way of ensuring her story is never forgotten, her voice never silenced. Others believe it's her eternal punishment, a ghostly reminder of the lives she took in her quest for revenge. Regardless of the interpretations, one thing remains clear. To this day, the vengeful ghost of Matilda Birtwistle continues to haunt, a chilling reminder of a life torn asunder by greed and betrayal.